What's going on, guys? Playbox, and we're back for another Dragon Ball Legends video. In this one, we're going to be going over the best teams to use in this upcoming Legends Battle Royale. So, I always like to do this where I go over, the best team builds for you guys to use so you have the best chance of winning as many matches as you can. What's actually interesting with this one is it's not just specifically related to a tag. So, if you take a look at the news here, it is going to be starting at reset on November 4th. So if we take a look here, it says this time features restricted battle where only characters from DBL01 to DBL08, excluding Legends limited character. For those of you who don't know what those code numbers mean, basically the 01 to 08 means units that drop within the first month to the 8th month of the game's release. Now, for example, if you take a look at, actually this is a team I was going to show you, but if you take a look at this Pan, for example, her code is DBL52, which is the 52nd month since the game's release. So when you look at DBL08 or 01 to 08, this is what you have here. It's very old units and majority of them are Zenkais. So I'm pretty sure you can already assume that the better teams in this build, or these builds, because there's going to be multiple, are going to be Zenkai units. A lot of these older units just don't cut it. They're either going to be bench option or just, not used. So let's just hop in straight into the first build. The first build I have for you is actually just a generic Saiyans team. One thing to note with this Legends Battle Royale is if we take a look back into the news here, they added a little condition here. Where is it? Special rules, no critical. So that means this rule right here is basically for Bardock, because Bardock is actually one of these units. He was released within 6 months or 7 months within the game. So they did not want you to cheese any crits because Gogeta also is there. So Bardock Gogeta would have been literally the best team to run there. So instead, there's really no need to run Bardock. I mean, you could still run him since he's one of the better units on this list, but you're not going to be getting the effect that makes this Bardock truly annoying, right? So for this first team here, I have just a simple Saiyans team. The main three that you're going to be using is the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Red Gogeta, and the Super Saiyan Goku from the movie saga, who's actually going to be your best unit. He's actually solid. And if you don't have, he was a free-to-play Zenkai, and the other two are available from the USDR shop. And then on the bottom, we have Raditz for the HP buff, Goku for the Zenkai buff to Gogeta, and then the purple Scouter Vegeta for the Zenkai buff for Super Saiyan 3 Goku. This is honestly probably going to be your best team to use as a Saiyan team. Another option for the Saiyan variant is maybe this DBS Broly. He can still, I guess, do some decent damage or put in some decent work there. Or you can just throw in whatever other unit that you want on the leader slot. Just looking at this, the best Zenkai unit here would probably be this Goku, but Android 18 is good, MajinBlue is good for some tanking, DKP is solid, so you could add in some other units if you don't have a full team because the leader slot exists. But if you just want just a simple pure Saiyans team, this probably might be your best build here. Alright, the next team is going to be Regen. Now Regen does have they do have a couple good options here. For example, the Zenkai MajinBlue is still a decent tank. He can tank, he has lock-in, he has a full heal, so he's an all-around good defensive / supporting unit. Obviously doesn't offer support, but the heal is still good. DKP is still solid as well. He can deal some good damage, card draw speed, stealing the Dragon Balls. I think this green Piccolo could be pretty good. I don't remember if he was super good on release, but obviously in this case he's a Zenkai unit, one of the more latest Zenkai units, so he should be somewhat better than the other ones. Janemba, I wouldn't say is too great, but you don't really have that many options as a purple unit. So what you can probably do is just go with a green-yellow setup like this with your top three, and then the bottom can be any type of Zenkai buff or bench buff for your team. The three I have right here don't really buff Zenkai buff the top three, but they do buff Regen. But just looking at the bench option here for Regen, Zamasu, I think he buffs Regen, right? Strike attack. A lot of these Zenkai Z abilities are just going to be strictly one single stat buff, which is not the greatest. So that's kind of unfortunate. But if you I'm pretty sure there should be some decent Zenkai Z abilities, right? No double stats here, I don't think. which is going to be kind of annoying. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any double stat Z abilities in here, so that's going to be kind of tough. But this probably might be your best regen team green yellow setup. And like I said, if you don't have the full lineup here, you can always swap around and throw in someone on the leader slot. I've seen people build like a yellow blue. Oops. Oh, Pan, actually I forgot Pan is actually here. Pan probably might be the best Zenkai unit in this list here, so you can easily just throw in Pan on the leader slot and she can definitely put in the work. So this also is a really good build. Final build that's going to be probably your best bet is hybrids. Now hybrids might be actually a good option here because they have some better Z ability. This Goten offers double, I'm pretty sure this Goten offers double stat, base strike and defense, so that's really good. And you can even throw in the Kid Trunks, who offers another double stat buff here. What you can also do is maybe even swap out one of your main core units and drop in this future Gohan, because he offers some death buffs, which is one of them being card draw speed, which would be really good. But this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is not the greatest anymore, obviously. But Pan is going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting on this team setup here. If you really want, you can just throw in another Zenkai unit on top of this. Like for example, I've seen Android 18 being brought up here. Android yellow blue setup here. The card draw speed from Future Gohan would help out Android 18 a lot, and then obviously Pan can just do her stuff. But yeah, these are you're definitely gonna have to utilize the leader slot, because I don't think running just a pure setup like a pure regen, pure Saiyan, or pure hybrid team would be your best bet. I think utilizing the leader slot and try to pick out the best units of each thing would most likely be your best bet here. And you're just gonna be fighting a bunch of probably mirror matches. There are, like, I mean, to be fair, this is probably going to be better than the last couple LBR game modes that we had. At least this might promote some sort of diversity with the 3 teams that are available. But we'll just have to wait and see when it does start. So hope you find this informative. If you did, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe, because that's just so important. So don't forget. Have a great day. See ya.